Hello everyone, and welcome to another game of World of Warships. That's one of my replays, and I'm in the Moines at Tier 10 US Cruiser. I'm on the map Greece. It's a 4-point domination game, and you can't see the enemy team panel because that bug still hasn't been fixed. Also, side note, I'm gonna be away from tomorrow until Sunday. So next video is going to be on Monday, and next stream is going to be on Monday. Well, now back to this game. The Ibuki here has decided to go full broadside, which is, well, very nice for me and not so helpful for said Ibuki. I got my Hydro running because it's probably going to torpedo. And, yeah, it's getting very low here. I should possibly be switching back to high explosive because it's starting to angle. And now it's dead. Well, that's a good start for us. Next up, we have an Alsace incoming. I'll try to set that one aflame. Now, it's pushing closer to that island there. Well, there is my fire.
Torpedoes in our way.
Now, unfortunately, I think that fire has already been damage conned. And it's getting closer and closer to this island, which means I'll have a hard time shooting it again. There are the torpedoes that I have been expecting, nothing to worry about. And the Alsace has managed to get close enough to avoid setting a flame again, which is a shame. Now, I have to be careful because the Alsace could push around this island. I have a Tromp here. Tromp doesn't have the most torpedoes though. I also have Rook here, who is launching a lot of fish that way. But Rook has been caught by a blank in its radar. Now I am going a little bit more forward here, trying to shoot the black, but with this island I'm not sure how effective I can be. Also the smoke's running out, and there are quite a few enemies here, right? We have three battleships and the Salem and the black. So I can't really be sitting here in the open. Now it looks like the Alsace is coming around. I'm reversing because I want to face the Alsace sort of one-on-one and not be shotted by other ships while I'm engaging that. Alsace gun caliber isn't that high, so I should be fine nosing. And this Alsace is going down relatively quickly. Wait, I got only 2 shots.
Our ship is aflame.
The Moines accuracy at its best. Oh well. Now the bad news is we have lost Rook to the Benham. We have lost Rook in the Benham to the black. So, I mean, I technically still have a Tromp here. I'm not sure how helpful the Tromp will be, but losing Rook there has been a harsh blow. Overall, we have 2 caps though, so does the enemy. That's not too bad, although our A cap is contested. And our ships there are a little bit weirdly in the one line. But for now, nothing too problematic just yet. Like, we are 1 ship ahead, right? Now, from my position here, I'm detected. So I'm gonna try to see if I can get shots into some of the enemies. I can't go further in or I'll end up in a crossfire. Like, ideally, I might wanna just engage the ships in front of me with having the island towards my left protecting me from the Ruprecht Black Division. Salem here is broadside, but I'm afraid it's already angling. Like, you'd expect the Salem to be aware of the devastating hammer piercing and the Moines wheels, so it's not gonna sit there and take it. And it's far enough away that it can, you know, react to the armor piercing here. Meanwhile, it looks like my friendly Republic is pushing in. That's probably not an ideal move. Let's put it like this. So basically it's gonna push into a crossfire, right? Because it's not just facing the Ruprecht and the Salem in front of it, but it's gonna face that other Ruprecht from the side. There's also the black. Now black has not the fastest torpedoes, but they are fairly long range. Ruprecht has torpedoes as well, so it's going to push into basically the torpedoes from 3 ships while being in a crossfire of 2 battleships. So it's gotta be careful, like it needs to probably turn around at this point, maybe hold position like somewhat like here and then shoot the Ruprecht more long range. That could work. Like, not going further than it is now. At this point, it should turn around. Maybe face away. Now, meanwhile, the enemy Ruprecht here is aflame. And it's somewhat broadside. Which is interesting because it says do not broadside.
Destroyer spotted.
It says do not broadside, but it shows broadside. Now we've lost our Republic, who did not turn away, but just kept going into this. I mean, you don't push into a crossfire like this. As much as I like pushing battleships, you know, there's a time and place, and it wasn't here. Which unfortunately means I lost vision, and I couldn't sink that enemy Ruprecht. Now, I'm suddenly relatively alone here on this side. I do have solo for Soyuz here, that's still retreating though. And the enemies haven't diminished that much. We are now one ship behind. Still doing okay on the caps, I guess. Now this Ruprecht here is like this is a difficult position for me to be in, because I can't push into this crossfire. I can. Now what I'm waiting here for is I'm waiting to be detected. So the black is probably moving out of this island here. And when it does, exactly, I'm just gonna radar it. So that was the plan, and that plan worked. So the black came out to provide some spotting. And maybe even do some torping. And I knew that the moment I was detected, it went past the island.
Cruiser spotted.
And unfortunately now we're gonna see just how bad the Moines. Now that's good dispersion actually there, those shells. Don't worry, it will happen. It won't happen again probably. So
Torpedoes ahead of us.
I mean, my aim might not be perfect either,
Torpedoes in our
but
way.
hitting a ship that's maneuvering like this with a Moines is not easy, I tell you.
Torpedoes in our way.
There are torpedoes coming my way, and I mean, I got a bit of damage into the black, just not nearly enough. And now I have to reverse because there are torpedoes and there are secondaries. The Salem is also getting involved in this. Now I do have a Hydro running, so that's good news. What I can do is I can try to peek only my nose around and then shoot the Ruprecht with it. One Ruprecht has been taken out, by the way, so it's just one low health battleship here and then the Salem and the black. Now the Soyuz is pushing in, the Trompier is following, the enemy black is spotted again. I'm gonna try one hit there, although I think I need to focus on that Ruprecht that does show broadside, despite what's written on the tin. Well, actually, it is somewhat angry, I suppose. But we are going to go armor piercing, and we are trying to finish it off here. There we go.
The battleship can fight
Now,
no more.
my Hydro has actually run out, which means going around here is a bit of a risk. I can see some torps going towards the Soyuz, but like might have still had a launcher for me here, I suppose. Also, I'm not sure how many of those torps are from the black.
Torpedoes in our way.
Yeah, see, there were still torps coming my way, but fortunately they were so slow that they are quite late. Now, we have lost A. We are doing fine on ships, not so much on points now. Worst case scenario, the Salem comes around somewhere and shoots me with armor piercing, I guess. But
Destroyer found.
shell travel speed on the Salem isn't the fastest, so I might have time to react if that happens.
Torpedoes ahead of us.
The thing is, I really need to go over here to B, and I want to help against the black, possibly gearing in Smaland. I presume the enemy destroyers are moving towards us on their side of the map and they don't push through. I mean, they could actually. Nothing stops, for example, the gearing to just go through here and do our stuff. But, well, our ships are still relatively close. I'm not sure if an enemy destroyer wants to risk getting caught. Meanwhile, there is a smoke screen and my RPF is still pointing towards it. It's possible that the black is still inside, and yes, it is indeed. So, goodbye, Black. All that worked marvelously. All the enemy Salem is still a potential thorn in my side, so I'm dodging those torps. That was only one launcher though. Maybe it didn't have more ready. I don't have a Hydro ready quite yet. And oh no, I have been suckered in. I mean, Black Torps are very slow, right? Maybe I should have expected more. Now Hydro is ready now to mock me. But anyway, I got one salvo off towards that Salem. Unfortunately, we can't see it anymore. The Trump might respot it though. And that was really disappointing. So on the one hand, this Salem is a bit of a pain because it always means I have to watch my side. On the other hand, I don't think the Salem has done an awful lot yet so far. I mean, it probably helped like earn the Republic we had pushing in. But for the most part, it's mostly just like an obstacle to maneuver around. Speaking of obstacles, I'm just going to slightly hug this island and I'm gonna get closer to this gearing. Now, I'm not getting detected here because the Iwami is too far away to spot me. So is the Smarland and the Golden Lion, it looks like. And, well, the Salem would be close enough, but it's behind an island. Now, I'm gonna get get a little bit closer here, and maybe I'll have a way to deal with the gearing. Gotta be careful with these islands, right? I could already, well, if I had radar ready, I could already radar it, but I probably wouldn't want to, even if I could, because it's probably not, well, actually I'm detected.
The water around us.
But it's probably not in a shootable position, or is it, actually? That gearing is closer than expected. Which means, obviously, I'm gonna miss all of my shells in the one free shot I get. And now it's smoking up. Well, I mean, I guess it wants to shoot me there. So, I have radar ready right now. It's my last radar, so I need to make it count. And I've maneuvered into a position where I can't shoot it. So I need to reposition before I use the radar. Now you could make an argument that the Soyuz could shoot this gearing. Possibly the Minnesota could, or the Trump. But there is no guarantee any of those ships will shoot it. Or will successfully shoot it. So I've used the radar now, maybe a bit early, but radar lasts a long time. So I'm giving my other ships also a chance to see where it is. And now I'm gonna come around here. And if RNG doesn't screw me over, we should be getting this gearing.
Only 5 minutes remain.
Oh, there's a lovely fire. Meanwhile, the sea cap has finally been cleared off the Salem and our team is taking it. This is starting to look relatively well. We are technically... No, we are now ahead on points. We were behind before I sank this gearing. So now we are ahead on points. We are taking the sea cap, so we're gonna be ahead on caps and we are ahead on ships. I mean, you know, we are marginally ahead on ships, right? It's going to be hard for the enemy to come back, though, because we now got the objectives as well. There's 4 minutes left to go. I mean, if this Iwami and Golden Lion would just sink the Minnesota and me. Maybe.
Our victory is self-evident.
But, well, our captain thinks it's self-evident. So, for now I'm just trying to cap and not get myself detected by that Iwami. I could shoot it, but, you know, it's a battleship, it might just take me out, there is no point in doing it. The enemy is upset with their Golden Lion, because, I don't know, the cruise... I mean, I haven't watched what it is doing, but, you know, it's a cruiser. cruisers tend to camp behind islands. That's not necessarily a bad idea, and that island there isn't necessarily a bad spot to be in. But I haven't watched what the Golden Lion did this whole match. What it's doing now is show broadside though, which is not an indication that it's the best Golden Lion. But you know, complaining that your cruisers use island cover is a bit weird. So, not getting any citadels, but I'm getting some decent armor-piercing hits, I guess. I'm also not getting the cap I'm in, but this is fine. The Golden Lion makes absolutely no move to angle, but, you know, I profit, so lovely. That brings me up to 4 kills. I don't think I can make it a Kraken. Technically, the Iwami is still up for grabs. I should really switch to our explosive here, mind you. And I figured it out myself, I guess. Well, the Iwami is going for concealment, because of course it is. It's like we're at 950 points, so why get some more damage in, maybe sink yourself to the Moines if you're an Iwami, if you could just, you know, do absolutely nothing instead. Well, maybe I'm gonna get my cap though, for some additional experience, and it's shooting high explosive. Of course it is. Of course it is.
We stand victorious.
Well, that brings us to the results, and you know what's really funny? Well, there are a lot of things that are really funny in this one. One is that the enemy wanted to report their Golden Lion, which finished second on experience earned for camping behind islands, but the Iwami, that battleship that actually survived the battle and ran away, they didn't seem to have a problem with that, right? So it's basically if a battleship camps in the back and is useless, it's fine, but if a cruiser makes use of islands and gets damage done, it's not. Speaking of things not fun, I got reported twice and complimented once for this battle. And Rook, who unfortunately got taken out very early on, still did better than half of our team. Welcome to World of Warships. And with this, yeah, we're calling it a day here. I'll be back on Monday. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.